Black trunks with orange trim, fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada by way of Northeast Ohio. He weighed in at 146.6 pounds with a record of 31 wins, 3 losses and 1 draw. He has 17 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight in his 8th world title appearance, here is the accomplished WBO #2 ranked world contender and the relentless and renowned 2-time welterweight champion of the world, introducing Showtime, Shawn Porter. And his opponent across the ring, the defending world champion, fighting out of the red corner, wearing white trunks with black trim, proudly representing his home of Omaha, Nebraska. He weighed in at a ready 146.4 pounds. He is undefeated in his campaign to the ring with a record of 37 wins, no losses, 28 wins coming by way of knockout. Tonight in his 16th consecutive world title appearance, presenting the star of boxing and pound-for-pound great. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the former lightweight world champion, the former undisputed 140-pound world champion, and the current undefeated, reigning and defending WBO welterweight champion of the world, introducing Terrence "Bud" Crawford. Celestino Ruiz.
Okay, anything below here is low. You're good right here. Gentlemen, I gave you guys your instruction in the dressing room. I expect a clean, fair fight, start to finish, and protect yourself at all times. Touch up, good luck.
Those eyes of Crawford lock in now. The eyes of a skilled hunter. We've seen it time and again. And for years, we've watched Terrence focus in and finish off opponents. Yet over that span, folks, you know there have been the elusive big-name targets. The man opposite him on the right of your screen, Shawn Porter, he doesn't care that Bud is supposedly just too dangerous. He doesn't care about promotional adherence. He cares about this challenge and the legacy. Can Porter pull it off, or will this be Crawford's statement night? We find out right now. We are underway for the welterweight championship, and Porter comes right out. Stepped right to Terrence Crawford and threw a combination.
As we thought he would.
Andre Ward and Tim Bradley with me. Joe Tessitore ringside here in Vegas. Andre, there's a distinct work rate pattern to Terrence Crawford in welterweight title defenses. He's economical early. He averages 28 punches thrown in the first round of those fights. That's a low number. It's half the usual welterweight output. Do you believe that makes for a grand opportunity for Shawn Porter if he's too economical?
It can, but that's who Terrence Crawford is. He's not going to change tonight unless he's forced to change by Shawn Porter. Terrence likes 2 or 3 rounds to get his game plan, gauge distance and range, and understand what he wants to do. It's to Shawn Porter's advantage to press the issue and not allow Crawford to do that.
I like what Porter's doing now. He's marching forward, but he's changing his rhythm, changing slots, moving his head, coming behind the double jab. And when he gets close, he's letting his hands go.
Don't punch, don't punch, don't punch. I got it. Turn around, turn around. Box.
And if Porter can steal some early rounds, it creates a sense of urgency in Crawford, which may draw him into a fight instead of a boxing match.
Wait, fight out there, fight out there. Stop. Break. Step back.
This is what's called controlled aggression by Shawn Porter. Not reckless, controlled. Coming behind the jab, staying disciplined, keeping his balance, not lunging forward, inching closer and closer to Crawford.
Crawford kept his composure this whole round. Didn't seem rattled at all. Didn't seem wide-eyed. He's fought in front of big crowds before. He knew Sean Porter would come forward. It was no surprise to Terrence Crawford.
Crawford right now, he's calculating the speed, the distance for Sean Porter. He felt the power already. But that nervous energy right there, look at Porter, smart, step back. Didn't want to crowd Terrence Crawford.
And even below the numbers that we detailed. Show you some of the celebs and sports personalities who made their way in.
Porter's fought a lot of different styles, but he's never fought a lot of different styles in one man. And that's who he's facing tonight. He's facing a southpaw, a guy who fights left-handed, an orthodox fighter, a guy who can box and a guy who can fight, and a guy who can hit. Good shot right there from Sean Porter.
Sean Porter responds with the right hand after Crawford threw the right hook.
Those are the surprising combinations that Porter is great at doing. Doesn't matter what position he's in, you got to be cautious and be ready every time he comes in.
Don't punch, step back. Box.
Right hook by Crawford right there got Porter's attention.
Sitting right on top of the orthodox fighter. Porter just able to get away from the uppercut. Good exchange on the inside. Good action here in round two. Crawford lands a right hand. Porter so willing.
Porter got the best of that.
Sure did.
Here come Bud.
Crawford trying to time that backhand for a moment.
I think boxing is slowly going out of the mind of Terrence Crawford. He doesn't like getting hit flush. He doesn't like the reaction of the crowd, even though this is a pro Crawford crowd. He wants to get some get back. You see that in his eyes and in his demeanor right now.
To the body to finish off an entertaining second round.
Heavy exchanges in this round. Porter got his. Crawford got his. That shot right there to the chest may not seem like much, but that hurt. A sweeping left hand from Crawford and a beautiful timed right hook. Call it a check hook by Terrence Crawford, and Sean Porter took it well.
Thank you. Get him where you need him to be. Give me a first and second series of punches. Make sure when you decide.